So before I start, I do want to say that my voice has been a little bit cracky lately and nasally because I have been sick. So just ignore that. And you might hear like some wind howling because I do have the windows open because it's a nice day. So just wanted to put that out there before I started. I always put moisturizer on first. Now the moisturizer that I use on my face is the Aveeno oatmeal, like original one, and it's a huge bottle, and I hate like having a huge bottle on my vanity, so I usually just put it into like a small travel sized like bottle. So I do this every day. I have really dry skin, so if I go even like a day or two without putting on moisturizer, my face will be extremely dry and I'll start breaking out. I just let that sink in a little bit. I'm gonna clip my hair out of my way because I hate hair in my face while I'm trying to do my makeup. Then I go ahead and once I let that sink into my skin, I use my Benefit Porefessional. This is like the mini version that you find in like the front of Ulta. I usually just use this in like my T-zone. I don't really go anywhere crazy with it. So then I move right into foundation after I put my primer on. And the foundation that I've been using is the L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte. And the first time I went, I grabbed the 103 and it was too dark. And then I grabbed the 101 and it was too light. So I've been mixing them together. So I usually just put it on the back of my hand like this. Put about equal amount, I put equal amount of both of them. And then I'll just like swirl them together and put them on my face. So I typically use my Real Techniques sponge for this and I buff it into my face, but I just recently got the Morphe M439 and I want to use this today. So let's see how this goes. I'm still gonna go in with the sponge and just press everything in. After I put my foundation and I let it start sinking in, this is when I do my concealer underneath my eyes. For concealer, I'm using the NYX HD concealer. It's the photogenic one, high definition, mineral enriched formula without talc and parabens. So it's in the color CW1 porcelain. Go like that, and then I use this flat part of my Real Techniques sponge to just blend it out. And then whatever's left over on my sponge, I'll use on my forehead, my nose, chin, and Cupid's bow. So now everything so far has been liquid. I'm letting it sink into my skin. The foundation is pretty much sunk in, so it feels pretty good. You can touch it and it's smooth. It's not like sticky. So now what I'll do is I'll set everything with powder. For my face, I'm going to use the Revlon Colorstay pressed powder in light medium. It looks like this. I've been using the NYX Stay Matte but not flat powder foundation in SMP03 Natural. So I use this one underneath my eyes because it is a lot lighter. Pretty much out of it too. It's a lot lighter than my other one, so it kind of brightens at the same time. Because I use a sponge that comes inside of it, and I just pick up some powder and I go underneath this area. Since this is a powder foundation, it is full coverage and it will give you extra coverage underneath of your eyes. So then for the rest of my face, I'm going to use the Revlon one, and I'm using this Real Techniques brush number 100, and I just dip it in there and start pressing it onto my face. So typically now I go in with bronzer, just to bronze up my face. I use a warm bronzer to warm up my face, whereas a cool bronzer, which I'll show you, is what I use to contour my face. Now you can use a shimmery one or anything. It will kind of just warm up your face. It's not necessarily the contour. So this is what it looks like. It is a warmer shade. And I use this Real Techniques retractable bronzer brush for it. I like it because it's a dual fiber and it just kind of like bronzes up my face without depositing too much of it. So I go ahead in this area on my cheeks. So then after that, that's when I start contouring my face, and I do use the Kat Von D Shade and Light palette, which is struggling at the moment. As you can see, I love this thing. Now, these shades right here are cooler tones, so that when you contour your face, it becomes more of a shadow and less of a bronze. And then you just want to go in the hollow of your cheek, kind of going from the tip of your ear towards your mouth, but you don't want to surpass a certain place. So for me, I kind of don't like going past where my eye starts, so I usually just stick into this area right here. Then I go underneath my chin. And then I use a little bit on my temples. Whatever's left over on my brush is what I use to contour my nose, only because I personally don't like really contouring my nose. It's up to you though. Then I go in with blush. So I use something light like this Rose de Oro by Milani. And it's this beautiful like corally gold pink color. And for highlight, I like to use this Morphe M438 brush. This is what it's shaped like. It's kind of like a dome shaped, and it's pretty pressed together. So I feel like it's perfectly shaped to just hit the tops of my cheeks with highlight. For highlight, I use this L'Oreal True Match Lumi Powder Glow Illuminator. in the color Rose. So I just kind of like swirl my brush in there and then put it at the tops of my cheeks. Alright, just like that. So as you can see, there's like a highlight on my cheeks now where it kind of makes your cheeks stick out a little bit more. After I put all that on my cheeks, I kind of let it sit for a little bit and I do the rest of my face. And then I just hit it again with the same brush that I used for my powder and I just kind of blend it all out. Just like that. And then I go ahead and do my eyebrows, put on a little bit on my eyes, and that's it. So I will be right back. I'm just gonna finish up my face, okay? Alright, so that's it for this tutorial. On my lips, in case you're wondering, I'm using Colourpop's Stingraye. And as my mascara today, I'm using Smashbox X-Rated mascara. Both of these, awesome. I would recommend to everyone. So that's it for today. If you guys want to see anything else, just go ahead and leave a comment or let me know personally what you do want to see. I do want to put out a little bit more videos. Thanks so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.